Hello viewers. Today we have to discuss about an important topic, that is power sharing and the reasons of the power sharing. What is power sharing and what are the reasons of power sharing? If we talk, there are two big reasons of the power sharing. Firstly, what is power sharing? It should be very much. It is very much necessary that firstly we should know that what is power sharing. If we firstly say to share the power between the different groups or organs of the government, and then after that to share the power between different units from center to sub units, that is called power sharing. We have the broadly we have divided power sharing into two groups. We talk about a democratic government. Power is shared in the two ways. Firstly, it is vertical power sharing. What is in particular vertical power sharing? We share the power from center to sub units. We talk about the horizontal power sharing. We share the power between the different organs of the government. Suppose we have legislature, we have executive, we have judiciary. This is called, please remember, this is called horizontal power sharing, and this from center to sub-units, this is called the vertical power sharing. I will say this legislature is having the power, executive is having the power, this is having the power. Now they are being given the power, they are being given the power, they are being put on the same level. Then after that they are being given the power. Suppose this is having the power to make the laws, this is having the power to apply, then after that this is having the power to decide. Though they are in order, why this power is being shared among them, in order to have the check on each other, that if the legislature is making laws, are this good, how this is working and how this is working, in order to maintain a balance. It is the power is divided between these. And remember this point, who is the organization which is dividing the power? That is constitution. This power has been divided by the constitution. Keep it in your mind. Then after that, this is called vertical power sharing, and this is called horizontal power sharing. Now there are other we are sharing the powers between the pressure groups. We are sharing the power between the interest groups. If we talk, they are the synonyms. Pressure group. What is pressure group? If we talk, we have this industrial organizations, labor organizations, educational organizations. What happened? Pressure groups. If we are going to define pressure group, the group which influence the government, working of the government without contesting the election. They are influencing the working of the government. Now, how I will give the example. Suppose we have different industries. If these industries will come close and they will make an organization, then after that they will tell the government that we are the biggest organization who are paying the tax. Though if you will not accept us, then we will stop to pay the tax. Though money is very much must for running the government, though they will motivate, they will pressurize the government to do the work and what they need that government should do. Though they are pressurizing the government, they are not actually the part of the government, but they are pressurizing the government to do the work in favor of them. Though this is called a pressure group. Though pressure group is also given the power. Interest group, we have two. We have general interest group and we have the particular interest group. I will talk about the general interest group. General interest, we are talking about the power sharing in the democracy. Vertical, horizontal, then after that pressure groups. I told you what is interest group. We have two. Then after that, because it is very much must that we should firstly understand this. Then after that, this will become easy for us to understand what are the two reasons of the power sharing. Here we are talking about, please remember, we are talking about the interest group. We have interest group, particular interest group, and we have the general interest group. Let me make you understand. Suppose we have the organization. If the organization is talking on the behalf of general people, though that is general. Suppose we have if we have the water facility, the whole village will not go that we need this facility. Then after that they will select a group, but they are talking in general about this whole, so this is called a general interest group. Then after that, if we are talking about a teacher and they are talking about their interest only, they are talking about the salary, and their salary will not have an influence directly on whole people living within the village or within the city. So it means they are talking about themselves. That is called particular interest group. Though power vertically, horizontally, then after that power between the pressure groups, interest groups. This is possible in the democracy, that power is being shared among like this. Then after that, prudential reason. What is prudential reason and what is moral reason? Prudential reason if नहीं समझदारी वाला. Why? What we are seeing over here that if we will not, it will result in the conflicts. Though there will be less progress. That in the next election, people will not cast the vote in favor of that system of government. Though here, what they are saying that they want there should be the less conflicts. How is this possible that there should be there will be less conflict when the system of government is good? Though here they are saying gain or loss due to the particular system of the government. That if we are applying the government, is that government having the loss? Is that the system they are applying, is that having the loss or gain? How it will be seen gain or loss? If there will be conflict, automatically conflict there will be loss. Or if there will be gain, automatically it is good, it is okay. Though here we are seeing in the prejudicial reason what gain or loss. We are seeing the gain or loss of a system which is to be applied. Then after that, second thing what we are saying that if there is gain, automatically there will be the compromise. So it wants that there should be the compromise between different units of the government. If we have the center state, then after that we have district, tehsil, and there should be, when the compromise is possible, when the power is, when the system is good. If the system is not good, automatically there will be the conflict. Though they want power share should be shared in such a way that there are less conflicts, that there is compromise between the different units of the government. And second thing, power should be shared in such a way, if at anytime there will be the conflict, there should be any authority to solve that conflict. Suppose we are talking that we are three brothers in a family, elder, middle and younger one. If all the three will be given same power, though there will be the conflict, no one will decide what to do. Though there should be a sort of difference between the power, though higher authority, there is the misunderstanding that there should be anyone who will solve that problem. Though here we are seeing that, in short, we are seeing that conflicts should not be there. There should be less conflict. If the conflicts at some time will rise, if there are conflicts, there should be the authority who will solve that conflict. Here we are saying in this, firstly there should reduce, the system should reduce the conflicts. There should be less chances of the conflict, and at any time the conflicts are, there should be this authority to solve that conflict. Here we are saying step by step. Prejudicial reason. In this reason, under this reason, we are saying gain or loss due to the particular system of the government. It want power should be shared, that there should be less conflicts. There should be the compromise between the two different units of the government. Then after that, what we are saying here, we'll talk, there should be this way, there should be any way, if at any time the conflict will rise, that should be solved. Okay, we are that here they want that any one group should not be ignored. Suppose we have the scheduled tribe, we have the scheduled caste, we have the women folk. Though these sectors, when we are prejudicial reason, if we will neglect any one of the sector, definitely that will result in the conflict, and that there will not be progress. And two more things. When we will share the power according to this in a good way, there will be accountability, there will be responsibility. When accountability and word responsibility will come, definitely there will be the progress too. This is the prejudicial reason. If we will talk about the moral grounds, we'll say that moral reason, in the moral reason, the basic spirit, in order to maintain the spirit of the democracy, it is must that we should share a power. Because in the democracy, we'll say Abraham Lincoln that it is government by the people, for the people and of the people. If the word government by the people, though it means every person has a right in this type of government, though what is doing, that power is being decentralized from up to low, that every individual should be well aware about the policies which are to be applied on him. Okay, the person should be consulted on the basis that how he is to be governed, what sort of policies will be applied on him, and how he will be governed. And this is possible only when he will be given the representation. Though in short, that under the moral reason, that everyone should be given representation in the government, that we are seeing the moral reason. And in the moral reason, and what the main difference, here we are seeing the gain or loss, here we are also seeing the gain or loss, but conflicts, and if any one of the sector here, if any one of the sector will be neglected, it will have less effect than if we will neglect any sector here. It will definitely raise the conflict, it will give birth to conflict. Here are less chances of the conflict. But on the basis of morality, we have to think that if in real sense we have to maintain the democracy, if we have to keep the word democracy at the top, and we have to apply the real principles of the democracy, then it must that we should go through the moral sharing of the power. Though in order to maintain the spirit, in order to maintain the rank of the democracy in the real sense, what democracy is and what democracy teaches us, in order to make that understandable to the people, then we have to share the power on the basis of the morality. Though this is presidential the topic, how you will make the note of the question will come. The question will come like this: what is power, and what are the two different reasons of the power sharing power? Firstly, we will define the two big reasons of this and this. Then after that, presidential power. Reason of power. It is that reason where we are where we see the gain or loss due to the particular system of the government. Then after that, under presidential reason why we share the power. We share the power in order to reduce the conflicts, in order to bring the unity, in order to bring the compromise, in order to bring the compromise between different units. And one more thing is that if at any time the conflict will rise, there should be any authority who will solve that conflict. That is called if we have to give the example of this, we have to give the presidential reason of what is the main example. Is the power has been given to the scheduled tribe, power has been given to from center to state, then after district and all that, in order to keep them in order to make them accountable and responsible. Then after that, on the moral basis, we'll say that minorities and downtrodden people, they are being given power. On the basis of this, that we will maintain the spirit of the democracy. Though they will also think that in real sense is that here is the democracy, because we have been given the power. Hope you understand the topic. At any time, it is prudential reason. We are saying prudential reason of power sharing and moral reason of power sharing. Prudential reason of power sharing and moral. What is prudential reason of power sharing and what is moral reason of power sharing? This was our topic. Did you hope you understand? Love this.